Hello friends, welcome to my channel Study Made Easy. In this channel, we give information related to boards ICSE class 10th examination, and we cover all the subjects. And if you are new on this channel, do like, subscribe, and share it with your friends, and press the bell icon so that you do not miss any of other notifications. We have previously started with geography and we have completed soil resources chapter, and now we are going to start with the chapter water resources. So without further wasting time, let's get started. So water resources. Now the sources of water are of two types: surface water and groundwater. So according to you, what is surface water? Water found on surface. Perfect. And what is groundwater? Water found beneath the ground. Correct? Yeah. Coming on to some sources of surface water like seas, oceans, all are surface water on the surface of land. Groundwater, groundwaters are like wells, tube wells, etc. So these types are called as groundwater. Then, what is the need to conserve water? What do you think that why should we conserve water? First, to reduce the chances of scarcity of water, we need to conserve water. And how can you conserve water? First, this will come in further in chapter. First, try and understand the need. What is the need to conserve water? So, water is a natural resource. Without water, no living being can exist. And if they could, then moon had life. So what the over exploitation of the underground water often results to lowering of water table. This is the first cause that we need to conserve water, as over exploitation of underground water leads to scarcity as lowering of water table. Second, the loss of vegetation causes drought, reduction in rainfall, and lowering of water table. Eventually, this also causes to water crisis. And third, irrigation. It utilizes more than 90% of the fresh water. Correct. So these three are the major causes of need to conserve water. Then the fourth point is the population pressure on land. Population pressure on land often results to water crisis. Finish. Now, how can you conserve water? The first very important method to conserve water is to install rainwater harvesting. Now, what is rainwater harvesting? First one. So, rainwater harvesting is a system in which there are catchments, conduits, storage facility, and recharge facility. 4. Catchments, conduits, storage facility, and recharge facility. Now, what are catchments? Catchment can be any places, any open ground, terrace, anything which is open. Conduits, they are pipelines that bring the rainwater down. Storage facility, the building should have some storage facility for the rainwater to be stored. Recharge facility. Now the dug wells, bore wells and recharge pits and recharge trenches are some of the recharge facilities. So this is the mechanism of rainwater harvesting. Then what are the benefits of having rainwater harvesting? Rainwater harvesting basically is to harvest the surface or groundwater. Then secondly, it prevents the loss of water from evaporation or seepage. Then it is a very efficient utilization of water. From water harvesting, we can efficiently use the water. This is all about the benefits of rainwater harvesting. What is they can ask you in the paper that list the aims of rainwater harvesting or the advantages or benefits of rainwater harvesting. Then the second step from which you can store or prevent the water is the watershed management. Now, what is watershed management? So, basically, it is an efficient management to conserve both groundwater as well as the surface water, and it reduces the and it prevents the surface runoff water, prevention of runoff, as well as storage and recharge of groundwater. So, in easy language, watershed management is an efficient way to utilize water from both groundwater as well as the surface water, and it can also be recharged through percolation pits, recharge trenches, and recharge pits, and it is efficiently used for domestic purposes. Then, in more easier language, water harvesting means understanding the value of rainwater and making optimum use of it. Finish. This is the best way I can explain you. Then, irrigation. What is irrigation? You all have heard the term irrigation. What does it mean? Okay. So irrigation means the artificial way to uh, to water the plants. It is the artificial way to water plants. Then coming to the reasons that why does India mostly go through water scarcity. I'm not talking about the cities, but in villages, yes, it is still a problem. Many villages on outskirts of India or in the middle or the central part of India go through water crisis every year. This is a big problem. So the problem is because of the uncertainty of rainfall. The rainfall is very uncertain and unpredictable in India. Secondly, uneven distribution of rainfall. In India, rainfall is not properly distributed. It in some places it may fall about like in Cherrapunji. Cherrapunji receives 1,100 centimeters of rainfall, whereas some parts of some south peninsular parts they always go through water crisis. Yes, same way. Then the Cherrapunji receiving 1,100 centimeter of rainfall still goes through water crisis. The problem is that rain falls for short spells in high intensity. So no, and there is also lack of storage facility. So no one can store water for at high intensities in short spells. So it is a major problem. Then now we will come to what are the means of irrigation. Means, what are the types of irrigation? How can one irrigate their crops? The first thing is well. What is a well? It is a small hole dug in surface of the earth to obtain water from the water table. This is well. Then there are again two types: lined well and unlined well. Lined well are man-made and unlined well are natural wells. Lined well होता है वो पक्का well है और unlined well कच्चा है. ऐसे याद रखो. Where are wells used? Majorly, the wells are used in Punjab, Uttar Pradesh, Goa, Haryana, Bihar. But keep in mind the major cities which I am going to tell you now. Maharashtra, Gujarat and Punjab. You can also write Rajasthan. These four places are must. Punjab, Maharashtra, Rajasthan, Gujarat. You can also include Uttar Pradesh and Bihar. But don't write Haryana with Punjab because it is considered as one only. Punjab, Haryana. So what are the methods? Like there are different types of wells, different methods to irrigate. So first method is Persian wheel method, in which a kettle is rotated, it is made walked horizontally, and the bucket fills the water. So we'll display the picture also, so don't worry. Then second is lever method. It is used in Bihar and Andhra Pradesh majorly. This is also a type of same only. Third is inclined plane method. It is also called as mohatte. It is also called as mohatte. Inclined plane method. They can ask you in objectives, name the following, which type of method is called as mohatte. You have to know that it is inclined plane method, in which a bullock is made to walk ahead and it fills the water. Done till here. Coming on to advantages of well irrigation. What are advantages of well irrigation? First, wells can be dug at very low cost, which is well within the poor farmers. Done. Second, oxen which are kept for plowing can also be used for well. Third, use of pumps and tube wells. The water can be lifted from the great depths. Done. What are the disadvantages? As everybody knows that if there are some advantages, there also are some disadvantages. That the biggest disadvantage is wells are dependent on underground water resources whose distribution varies from region to region. मतलब कि आपने वेल खोदा तो जरूरी नहीं है कि वो चलता ही रहे. अंडरग्राउंड वाटर टेबल पे है वो, और जो रीजन टू रीजन ना डिफरेंट होता रहता है. Then it is difficult to dig wells and bore wells, especially in area of peninsula. Peninsula means South India. So these are enough. Then tube well. What is tube well? Tube well is a deeper well at a depth of 20 to 30 meter, which water is lifted with the help of power driven pumps. पंप से पानी निकाल सकता है वो 20 to 30 मीटर डेप्थ से. और कैसी कैसी कंडीशंस होनी चाहिए जिससे ट्यूबवेल के फेवर में हो. Plentiful water should be available. Soft soil and level land should be available. Large fertile area and regular cheap electricity should be available. इलेक्ट्रिसिटी के बिना ट्यूबवेल काम ही नहीं आता. कौन से रीजन्स में होता है? गुजरात, राजस्थान, पंजाब, उत्तर प्रदेश. नाउ एडवांटेजेस क्या होते हैं? It brings up the water from great depths. It brings up clean water. Independent source of irrigation. किसी पे डिपेंडेंट नहीं है, कितने भी अंदर से पानी निकाल सकता है, क्लीन पानी निकालता है. लार्ज एरिया रहता है ना, बड़े फार्म्स रहता है ना, उससे जल्दी कम टाइम में इरिगेट कर सकता है. These are some advantages. Disadvantages: it is useless. If water is brackish, अगर पानी गंदा निकला तो यूजलेस है वो. It is expensive as it requires electricity. Expensive भी बहुत है. Then excessive use मतलब कि अगर ट्यूबवेल को ज़्यादा यूज किया गया, then it will result in lowering of water table, which is not a good sign in near future. हमने दो पार्ट कंप्लीट कर दिए हैं, वेल्स और ट्यूबवेल्स. अभी खाली दो बचे. कमिंग ऑन टू कनाल इरिगेशन. इसमें भी अभी दो टाइप की कनाल होती है, इनंडेशन एंड पेरिनियल. दोनों का डिफरेंस क्या है समझ लो. इनंडेशन कनाल है ना, inundation canal are brought directly from the rivers without constructing a dam or barrages, and perennial canal is brought from the is taken out from the perennial rivers with dams and barrages, and they regulate the flow of water. Second thing, inundation canal is temporary. Perennial canal flows throughout the year. Which places it is famous? Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Andhra Pradesh, Jammu and Kashmir. Advantages. During the rain deficiency in some areas, canals could be taken out from perennial rivers. Canals तब काम में आते हैं जब proper rain नहीं हुआ हो. Then in arid areas like Rajasthan, it is proved as a boon as a result of sandy patches are yielding good agricultural harvests. Then, fourth, major parts of Tamil Nadu enjoy rainfall during winter season, while summer is dry. मतलब जब भी रेन वाटर प्रॉपर नहीं मिलता है तब इसका यूज किया जाता है. Disadvantages: it often results to flooding. It brings excessive. It causes waterlogging. Then it brings out some alkaline salt from the land, making it wasteland or infertile. Completed with canals. Coming on to tanks. What is a tank? It is a small bound earth or stones built across a stream. स्ट्रीम मतलब छोटी नदी होती है ना, नदी के एक दो पार्ट अलग अलग, जैसे उसमें से एक एरिया ले लिया होता है जहाँ से वो एरिया में आता है पानी. नाउ वेयर आर दिस यूज्ड? These are used in peninsular India. What are advantages of tank irrigation? It can be constructed in uneven rocky plateau. It is feasible. Irrigation is feasible. This is a keyword in peninsular or hard rocky terrain. Then tank irrigation stores significant amount of water. Then what are the disadvantages? Tanks get desilted soon. Then it takes a large amount of fertile area which could be used for growing more crops. Then due to covering large area, shallow depth, huge quantity of stored water either evaporates or sinks. That is water loss due to seepage or evaporation. These were conventional methods of irrigation. मॉडर्न नहीं थे, पुराने हैं. अब what are drawbacks of these? Water is not efficiently used. Water is not efficiently used at all. This is the major reason. Then crops are subjected to cyclic changes. This is the second reason, which also causes floods, etc. अब आपको इसमें एक गिव रीजन पूछ सकते हैं कि why is wells popular in India? You have to write advantages of wells. Correct? Coming on to last part of chapter. What are modern irrigation methods? ये बहुत ही ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है, इसे समझ लो. 4 टाइप के मॉडर्न मेथड्स है इरिगेशन के: फरो, स्प्रे, ड्रिप एंड स्प्रिंकलर. फरो irrigation is type of flood irrigation in which there are some spaces between two crops through which the pipelines are added and flood. मतलब कैसा रहता है फ्लड इरिगेशन? मतलब ऐसे कैसे बताओ, वो भी दो क्रॉप्स की लाइंस है, उसके बीच में से पानी फ्लो होता है. And we'll display the picture of furrow irrigation also. Then what is the spray irrigation? What is spray irrigation? So basically spray irrigation क्या होता है? एक नोजल पाइप रहता है जिसे आप बस जमीन में फिट कर दो और वो अपने आप स्प्रे होता रहेगा हर जगह. Then the most efficient is the drip irrigation. ड्रिप इरिगेशन में क्या होता है? सेम रहता है फरो की जैसा, पैरेलल लाइंस है. अब उसमें ना हर एक जो वायर रहता है ना, सॉरी पाइप होती है ना, वो हर एक क्रॉप पे रहती है और वहां पे जितनी जरूरत होती है उतना ही वाटर देते हैं. सो देयर इज नो लॉस ऑफ वाटर थ्रू इवापोरेशन और सीपेज. बस. देन कम्स लास्ट but not the least, sprinkler irrigation. What is a sprinkler irrigation? This is a pipe fitted with a nozzle at the top and required plants. It is often reserved as overhead irrigation. मतलब आप बहुत सारे रिसोर्ट्स में गए होगे, उसमें रेन वाटर डांस रहता है ना, वैसा ही रहता है, नीचे क्रॉप्स होता है and water falls from above and it is also called as overhead irrigation. Advantages के स्प्रिंकलर के: the water is not lost due to seepage, और दूसरे में अलग से लिखो पॉइंट, water is not lost due to evaporation. Disadvantage is expensive method, helpful for small areas, it is used where crops require less water. This was the last point of our chapter. With this we complete our chapter, and if you liked our video, please like our video, subscribe and share it with your friends and press the bell icon because we will be giving more such videos about all the subjects. So till then, signing off for now, Brushangsha. Thank you.